Hello everyone. In this video, we will discuss about Article 21 of Indian Constitution. The Article 21 of the Indian Constitution deals with the right to life and personal liberty, and it is clearly states that no person can be deprived of life or freedom except according to procedure established by law. In simple words, this means that the government cannot touch a person's life or personal freedom without following proper legal rules. And this protection is given to every person in India, whether citizen or non citizen. When we say this right is important, we must understand that life and liberty are not favors given by the state but basic constitutional guarantees, and that is why Article 21 is often called the heart of fundamental rights. For example, if a person is arrested by the police without any legal reason or proper procedure, that action directly violates Article 21. Article 21 is important because it protects people from the misuse of government power, meaning that even though the state has authority, that authority is not unlimited or absolute. When we say Article 21 limits power, we are saying that the government must always act fairly and lawfully while dealing with personal life or freedom, and it cannot act arbitrarily or harshly. This right acts like a shield for an ordinary citizens, ensuring that no one is treated unfairly or inhumanly by the state. For instance, if a government authority demolishes someone's house without notice or legal process, it affects the person's life and dignity and clearly goes against Article 21. Next, we look at meaning of life under Article 21. The word life under Article 21 does not mean only staying alive or breathing, but it means living with dignity as a human being. When we say life includes dignity, we are saying that a person must have access to basic needs such as food, shelter, healthcare, and a clean environment. Because without these, life becomes meaningless and unsafe. Article 21 therefore protects the quality of life, not merely physical survival, which means the Constitution cares about how people to live, not just whether they live. For example, if a hospital refuses emergency treatment to a poor patient simply because of inability to pay, it affects the person's right to life under Article 21. Next, we look at meaning of personal liberty. Personal liberty under Article 21 means personal freedom, which includes freedom of movement, freedom to make personal choices, and freedom from illegal arrest or detention. When we talk about liberty, we are talking about the right to live without fear of unfair control or restrictions by the state. And this freedom can be restricted only through a proper legal process. Article 21 ensures that no authority can detain or restrict a person without valid reasons and lawful procedure, because the liberty is essential for a free and democratic society. For example, if police detain a person without informing the reason or without following a legal procedure, it directly violates the personal liberty guaranteed under Article 21. Procedure established by law. Article 21 allows the state to restrict a person's life or liberty only according to procedure established by law. But this procedure must be fair, just, and reasonable. When we say fair and reasonable, we mean that the law itself must not be harsh, arbitrary, or inhuman, and courts have the power to examine whether the procedure respects justice. This ensures that the government cannot hide behind the existence of a law to justify unfair treatment, because even a law must follow the principle of fairness and humanity. For instance, keeping a person in jail for many years without conducting a trial clearly violates Article 21 because such a procedure is neither fair nor reasonable. Judicial expansion of Article 21. Initially, Article 21 was interpreted in a narrow manner, but over time, the Supreme Court expanded its meaning to protect people more effectively. This expansion means that Article 21 today includes several important rights such as the right to privacy, right to health, right to education, and right to speedy justice, even though these rights are not directly written in the Constitution. By expanding Article 21, the court recognized that society changes with time and the Constitution must also evolve to protect human dignity and freedom. For example, when courts protect personal data and stop illegal surveillance, they do so by interpreting the right to privacy as part of Article 21. Rights derived from Article 21. There are few rights that are derived from Article 21, that is right to privacy, right to health, right to education, right to clean environment, right to speedy trial, right to legal aid. These are the important key notes that should be remembered under Article 21. To conclude the session, Article 21 protects life, personal liberty, and human dignity, and it plays a crucial role in limiting government power and ensuring fairness. When we look at Article 21 closely, we realize that it affects almost every aspect of our daily lives, from hospitals and schools to police stations and courts, making it one of the strongest rights in the Constitution. Article 21 reminds us that every human life has value and it must be treated with respect, dignity, and fairness, regardless of status of our position. For example, from ensuring medical treatment to preventing illegal detention, Article 21 quietly works in the background to protect people every day. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.